Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stash Dive Tuesday, and it's also going to be an around the world page, and around the world is normally travel photos, and it takes you to different stops in people's travels. I'm going to take you to kind of a staycation sort of idea. There is a game called WhirlyWord that we got years and years ago as a free app when we went to Starbucks. And we've been playing it, or we played it we never played it at Starbucks or any other restaurant. We never brought our phones out, but there was an acai bowl place that took a while for them to make the bowls. And so while we were waiting for them to whip up the bowls, we'd play. And then we'd eat our bowls and talk and whatever. And then we'd sit there and play. Because usually we had one of the kids with us and they took forever eating. So we racked up a few points. And anytime he was waiting for me or I was waiting for him, we'd play. And it's a crazy game. You get 6 letters, I guess, and you make as many words as you can out of those 6 letters. And I've been playing now, I guess, for 3,097 days without losing. And, the first, several months that we played, we'd get to a point where we just would get stumped and we'd start over. But I've been playing it constantly. When I get to a point where I'm stuck on my puzzle, I pull up John's phone and finish working on his. I work on his, and that just kind of helps me pass the time. It's something I do when I can't sleep. It's something I do when I have no mojo to scrap. It's something I do when I'm sitting in the car waiting to pick up one of the kids and they're not ready to come out yet. And sometimes I go days and days and days without playing, and sometimes I play, a bunch of games in a day. Today, I got cold inside. The air conditioning it was too cold. So I went and sat outside in the, 90-degree heat and played a couple games of WhirlyWord and warmed up and came back inside and fixed dinner. So I reached a milestone of 25,000 puzzles solved. And I have a total score of, 12,129,680. And so I screenshot the records to see how long I'd been playing and to see what my score was. To be honest, when I took these photos, I think I'm at 26,000 puzzles now. Maybe not, 25,000 and something. But I took this photo a while back and I just decided I wanted to scan it, because playing WhirlyWord out in the sun, warming up from the cold air conditioning today, seemed like the kind of thing John would have done with me. And it's our anniversary today, and I'm kind of in that mood. We had an anniversary dinner, something that he would have loved. We had expensive nachos made with crab meat and cheap champagne, so that was great. I even poured a tiny little bit of champagne in the kids' sorbet. They didn't like it. So anyway, I'm using a sketch that I used earlier today on another layout, and this one's going to look completely different, I think. So it's this one from Scrap a Sketch by Lisa Sikorsky. And what gave me the idea to use this sketch was I actually found this 6x6 piece of paper. It's a Pink Fresh pattern, I forget what collection. And I actually started to use it like that, but then turned on its side. It didn't look good. But man, this blue looks great, and it looks great against the black. And it kind of goes along with what her sketch looks like. So I thought I would start with that. And then we're going to just start adding stash. And I've got Mind the Scrap leftovers that I have assembled into my Scrap Backwards kit. I have a bunch of things that I brought back from England, from the Dottie About Flair crop, and then some other things that are just on my desk and other things that are reachable from my desk, and some things that are required for week 3 of the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge. So I'm just going to start by gluing this down, and I'll kind of eyeball a center spot here. Well, actually, let me get a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's about right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That needs to be over a little more there. Okay, I think we're going to call that right. And in the sketch, there is a piece that goes horizontally there. I'm going to make that vertical just for no other reason than I can. So let me see what I'm going to use for that. I have some scraps here, including some branding strips, but I don't think any of them is really speaking to me. I may come back to this stuff, but I don't think I want it right now. I think I recall a piece of notebook paper in these, oops, there's a heart that fell, so I'm going to have to use that, right? Here. And I can pull that off. It's not long enough to go. I'm going to do it more like this, and I'd rather more of it show, so I'm going to cut it in half right there. I'm going to put this down here just for something different. Let me make sure it's lined up properly. I think that looks parallel, generally, roughly parallel. So I'm going to kind of put it over to this side, and let me do it this way. I don't like that. I'll do it this way. Why not? I'll put it over this way. And I'm going to let that kind of be a, just a bit of texture. I have, because this deals with letters and words, I have this, it's kind of like electrical tape. It's by Tim Holtz, and it has, there's one roll that has letters, one has numbers. And I've used the numbers one, I haven't used the letters yet. So I thought I would try to do something with that. And I'm just going to cut a length of it and kind of run it alongside there. It's not on straight, of course, and it sticks like crazy. I can't get that up. That's ridiculous, ridiculous. Okay, there. And then I'm going to get a shorter one here. And it goes the other way. And I don't want it to be the exact same length, but okay, there. And I've also got, I've got some tickets here. In a minute, I'm going to look at the requirements for the, let's see if any of these have sentiments on them. That there's admit one, you can be anything, keep calm and do science. Keep this ticket, dream on. Let's go with dream on. And I'm going to put 2 of these tickets up here and 1 down at the bottom. And I'm going to put foam behind, and I'm just kind of pulling stuff that adds to that vertical interest. There, and doesn't have a conflicting theme or color scheme, if you will. Let's see. There, and just slight overlap. Maybe I need more overlap. I've got my desk in a mess because, to be honest, I haven't really been all here today. I want to thank all of you who extended your hugs and support today. It was a bit of a rough day, but I'm okay. So this is talking about a conflicting color scheme, this kind of is, but it's a frame, I mean, it's a backpack that you might have a calculator or a word game in. So that it kind of seems to work. I have no idea where it came from. It is truly a random bit that ended up somehow in the kit. Probably from an ephemera kit that I used most of the other stuff, but didn't use this. And this plays into what I'm trying to do, which is kill all my leftover Mind the Scrap kits before the new ones come in. And I got the July kit in the mail. I picked up the June kit in person in Bristol when I was there in June. And the August kit is on its way. My June kit that I picked up in Bristol in person has not arrived yet. I left it with my luggage in Manchester, and Scrappy Adam has had 3 false starts in trying to get it to me, and it was supposed to arrive today at noon, and then they sent me a notice saying your pickup time has been changed, and it's now 10:30 in the morning, 10:30 a.m. So I said, okay, and by the time I got the note, it was, I don't know, after 10:30. But I kind of thought, okay, that's not too bad. And then I got an email tonight, like 9 o'clock maybe, saying it'll be tomorrow at noon. We've changed it again. So I don't know if I will ever see it, but I'm liking, when I have not opened this ephemera pack. It's from New Day by Echo Park. And what I'm liking about it is this plaid frame. I have no idea if I'll be able to use it, but what if I put a small bit there and a larger bit there, kind of around there? I kind of like that. And I'm going to put foam behind it. One of the requirements in the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge this week is to use bunting. And I think of bunting as that drapey stuff with banners and all whatnot that they drape around the podium at the at political events. And I believe that's the first time I ever heard the word bunting. And so I've been using those banners that you see in so many collections. I'm going to put something there to cover that up. And then, but in fact, they're letting us use, flags or fishtail banners. And they don't have to be strung together, which I kind of thought they might have to be. But I found these little shapes in different colors that I made bunting out of these fishtail banners, but these are kind of, triangle-y sort of thing. So I'm going to try to see if that will work. Okay, let me pull this up. And I'm going to get this maybe right in there. I kind of think I'd like it better up a bit, which means I have to move that one. I don't want it to be on top of one of the upper or lower bits of that. So let's go like this, and then I'm going to take this. Oops. Another opportunity for embellishment, I guess. I think that might work. There we go. Now let's put this guy back there. I'll do that. Okay. And this is going to have kind of a long title. It's going to be Chill Out with WhirlyWord. And so I'm going to take the Chill Out off of this. I don't know, this is Cocoa Vanilla foam lettering. And it's gold glitter, which is apropos of nothing in this layout, but it says the right thing, and I have it in my kit, so it's going on. And I'm gonna do it like that, so that the out kind of fits right there on that side of the frame. And I've got this dot for that eye. I don't have the word with in the kit, so I'm gonna look in another source. I have some stuff by my desk, and that's gonna be the random-y kind of thing. So let me see if I have either the word with somewhere. Let's see. I don't see, but I do have letters. And I hope I have the ones that will spell with. Let's see. W, I, T, and H. Okay, so we're good. Let's go. And I'm going to put these on a little bit of foam. I take a piece of foam tape, cut it in half lengthwise, and put it down, and then place the letters on it like so. And it raises it up and gives it a little more personality. I believe it was Christina Sword that I first saw doing this, and I thought it was brilliant. And I've been doing it for several years now, and when I don't bother to do it, I'm never happy with the little tile letters. But I love when I do. Okay, so let's go with this. And I put them at wonky angles because if I spent the time to try to line them up, they still wouldn't line up. And so I'd rather it looks intentional, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. And now, let's see if I have enough words in this font. I'm going to put that there just because. So, let's see. W, I have an M, which I could use for a W, but H, I, R, L, E. Is it E or Y? You'd think I would know that. I'm going to go without the E. L, Y, and I should have a Y, then another W, O, R, D. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. I'm probably going to separate Whirly and Word. And these letters I got from Sarah of Hey Little Magpie at the Dottie About Flair crop where she had a booth. And I just love these. So they're not part of my kit. They are, oh, you got a V instead of a double V. I just love how they look. Love them, love them, love them. Okay, and I'm going to go at wonky angles and overlapping so that I have plenty of room. W. I'll do that. And with these lines, when you put them at angles like that, it really shows, and I think it looks kind of cool. I don't use alphas for titles nearly often enough. I've gotten lazy, and I love using those title pieces from Bramble Fox or the title stickers or even ephemera. And there we go. And then we'll do Word. Where's my W? I wish I had space right there, W-O-R-D. It would be hidden, the D would be hidden under there. But I could try. So let me kind of scooch it over and maybe overlap there. Oh, it's going to be more than the D. I can overlap. Because there's nothing that it's going to cover up on the photo. And it kind of holds the photo down. Okay. Chill out with WhirlyWord. Okay, and these things are all going to kind of get stuffed over here. And now I'm going to make something of a banner across here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, and all these colors are somewhere in that plaid, which is why it doesn't bother me to use those. So what color do I want the twine to be? I wish I had some just plain blue and white as opposed to the teal and white. Let's see, I've got plain blue. Oh, let's go with the natural jute. The team that's issuing the rules or the challenges or the prompts this week are called the Paper Pirates. And so they've gone with a pirate theme, which is really kind of cool. And so they've got stringer twine is the, you know, for the rope that's on a pirate ship, and we have to use the sketch, and that's our map to the scrapping treasure. This has its own mind about it, so I'm just gonna let it maybe cut it shorter. And I think I'm gonna separate it at the ends so it looks like it's fraying. And I'm gonna lay it on here and then first, and then add the so maybe I will do that and have the things hanging off of it all different kinds of ways. It's going to be weird looking, but let's try it. For example, I'm just going to glue that bottom part down right there, and then I'm going to go, I'm going to let that go. Let me curl it around like that. And put a little glue there and just let that join. And then I need to press that really hard. And then I'll maybe, let me get started on doing these. I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam down. I'm going to let the adhesive of the sticker hold it to the rope. There, and then I've got the foam is going to kind of hold it to the paper. Hold the sticker to the paper. Okay, so I'm going to go with this blue. right here. It technically should go right there, but I almost have to do it like this. That will work. And then I'm gonna do the orange one up here next. And I have no idea. I guess it could be a celebration banner for me reaching 25,000 words. Is that good? Is that a good idea? Does that make any sense? There. And I could just leave it at that and maybe cut it right there and tease that at the ends, and they could just have those three on it. And then I need black cardstock and gems and bunting and a sketch and stringer twine. So for me, the bunting is always going to have the stringer twine for it to be kind of held up on. I like these two tags just for the hell of it. And I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to put them on foam and add them kind of under there, and that's a place to do some journaling. I'll have to look up when the date that I took that photo, and I'll put that date on there. I have typed up the story of WhirlyWord for the two of us, and I'm not going to put it on the front of the layout. I'm going to put it on the back. I am, because it makes reference to John, the story, the journaling does. I'm going to put a penguin on here, but it will be a kind of small one. And it kind of goes along with the chilling out bit there. Okay, and then he also is a sunflower fanatic, so I'm going to sneak a sunflower in, maybe right here. And I kind of like where it is right now, but I need to find maybe some, I've already used quite a lot from there. Let's see what I can find in the paper snips. Paper snips. Yeah, snapped and story from today. I kind of like that. And I like that they're on dark paper. These paper snips are from Bramble Fox, and I cut up the sheets, and then I have trouble tracking them down, so I need to put that there. Okay, story from today. And I'm going to, because I want this to show up, I'm gonna distress it. And then I kind of think I want to leave it alone. This is a silly little story, but I figure if I went to the trouble to snap, it's a part of my life now, and was definitely a part of our lives. We helped each other out. If either of us would get stumped, we'd trade phones and work each other's puzzles. And I kind of thought it was one of those everyday stories that too often, you know, don't get told. I'm gonna kind of let that go like that. There. And then this says snapped, and I'm going to put that down here on the screenshot. I could use this sketch for the entire rest of the week, every page I did, and I bet they all look different, and that's how Lisa's sketches are. You can really do so much with them, and they're so versatile. So I'm a huge fan, in case you didn't know that. And besides that, she is this really awesome, wonderful, wonderful person. And she is the mom of my very favorite subscriber. I'm gonna put this heart on here because it's gonna be loosely running around my desk. If I don't, there we go. Now, we come to the part where I typically add in. So first thing I want to do is add in a blue heart. I have a heart that's the exact color blue of the background there. But what I was going to say is this is where I add flare and sequins. And I think I have somewhere a flare that shows a, I don't know, a calculator or something. It's a school themed set from last year. And if I can find that, that's great. Otherwise, I'll just use something that the color looks good. I'm gonna just put a fairly large amount of glue right there and just kind of smursh this down right there. And I think that will hold it. So let's pull. Here are my blues. And do I have anything other than generic stuff in here? I kind of like that, but it's not quite what I had in mind. This one sort of looks like distressed denim. And maybe that would look good right there. Let's go with the distressed denim. And then I'm going to go look at my themed ones to see if I have any of those school ones left. And I'm not seeing any here. Maybe. Maybe up in here. These are months. Those are months and numbers. And paper airplanes. Not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go with the blue one, and I will look for the one that I am thinking of. And if I find it, I'll find a place to put it. If I think it would look good there. But this, I think, can go right there. And let's see. Let's see if we have everything we need. Oh, gems. I need gems. Let's find some gems. I have my little tray of gems here. And I have these that are a little more teal than blue. Ah, there's a blue. And they're T9C tiny. So, how about, let me see if I can pick up a line of them. And maybe I'll put the line, put them in a line. That seemed to be fairly easy. So let me pick up a longer line and try to run them along the rope here. If it's not long enough, I can cut some of the small. And it's like perfect. Look at that. How cool is that? Okay, I'm happy with that. And now sequins. I'm going to pull a Spiegelmom Scraps set called Glacier Summit that has some icy looking blues. And I don't want a lot here. This isn't a sequin-y kind of page, but kind of a spill down here, and that may be it. Let me put the lid on this. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might squeeze a 7th one out of that right up close. And I'm just gonna pull kind of what I have in here and not worry a whole lot about size or color or anything like that. That glue will dry clear. I keep telling myself that, and I keep telling you that. This is my favorite sequin in the history of sequins right here. That pale, beautiful blue color and the little sunburst sort of pattern. And I'm going to put 2 of these little tiny dark blue ones together here. And I'm going to take a white one and put it right there. I have no idea what that symbolizes, but I'm happy with how it looks. And like I said, I will probably put a date right up here, and I will have my journaling in the back. So it doesn't look too different from the sketch, but it looks very different from the earlier page I made. So I'm so okay with using that sketch again. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have fun diving through your stash, and check out everybody else who's diving along this week, and be sure and check out, I'll give you all those names and links, and I will give you all the links to the people around the world, and you can stop by and see where they're taking you as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.